The anime kicks off by yeeting us right into the deep end of hell. No gentle easing in, no fluffy OP sequence to trick you into thinking this is another wholesome slice of life Isekai. Nope. We open in a shadowy mansion where a bunch of disgusting rich old creeps are bidding on kidnapped girls like they're rare Pokemon cards at a black market convention. One poor girl breaks down sobbing, asking why the world is so cruel. Ah, sweet summer child. Before she can even finish ugly crying, in struts this silver-haired queen named Jia, cool as a cucumber in a freezer, and she just snaps at the girl. Don't cry. It makes you look bad. Iconic. Rude? Yes. But priorities. She then casually strolls onto the auction stage like it's her personal runway. The auctioneer starts slobbering over her as the premium silver-haired product, because of course they commodify hair color too, and the bids go full feral. Old men screaming numbers like their Viagra prescription depends on winning this round. Then Dia, bless her chaotic heart, unlocks her own cuffs with magic like it's no big deal, conjures a rifle out of thin air, because why not? And without so much as a "this is for justice" monologue, just starts popping off. Elegant auction hall. More like immediate bloodbath. Guards freak out. Rich pervs learn the hard way that their fat stacks don't come with plot armor against bullets. Chef's kiss. Meanwhile, backstage, Tart, disguised as a maid, because every good assassination needs at least one undercover domestic, casually clocks a guard with a bottle, yanks a spear out of her anime pocket dimension, and starts dismantling the security team like it's Tuesday chores. She frees the other girls and rushes to back up Dia, who is still treating the place like a very violent shooting. Dia tells Tart to hold the line while she charges up what can only be described as a delete-the-wall spell. Boom. Mansion wall vanishes in a glorious explosion. Instant escape route. Efficiency level, God tier. Cut to a distant rooftop. Enter our boy Luff, chilling with his special magic sniper scope that sees through walls, because regular binoculars are for peasants. He confirms the target's guilt like checking an email receipt. Then, one clean headshot. Lady drops like a bad habit. Mission accomplished, credits? Nope. The show immediately flashbacks to Luff's previous life on Earth, where he was the perfect emotionless assassin machine. He takes out exactly 6 mafia guys, because the job said 6, not 7. Professionalism. Shuts down his overly enthusiastic trainee who wants to go bonus round. And then, plot twist, gets betrayed. Drone spots them, car explodes, he survives that. Gets put on a retirement flight that the organization casually shoots down with a fighter jet. Because nothing says, thanks for your service, like turning you into flaming confetti. As he's dying for real, it finally hits him. The people who raised him never planned to let him retire. Shocking, right? Who could have seen that coming in the assassin industry? With our freshly betrayed assassin, now officially Luff Toth a day, waking up dead and staring straight into the smug face of a goddess who's already in full roast mode. She hits him with the classic, you told your trainee never to trust anyone. Yet here you are, trusting the people who raised you like a loyal puppy. How's that irony taste? No apology, no sorry for the fighter jet, just straight up customer service energy. So, options for dead people. A. Reincarnate on Earth, 0 memories. Live as boring normie number 47. Or B. Fantasy world reboot. Keep all your murder expertise and do one teensy little job for me. The job? Assassinate the future hero who's destined to beat the Demon King. And then, because power scaling in anime is apparently a one-way ticket to villain arc, go full genocidal world ender. Luff doesn't even pause for dramatic internal monologue. He's like, magic plus guns plus actual challenge? Sign me up yesterday. Goddess basically shrugs, cranks his base human stats to the illegal ceiling, because why not give the assassin cheat codes? Hands him 5 special skills instead of the usual peasant one. She's not risking half measures on this gig. Warns him the hero comes packing over 30 legendary abilities and enough plot armor to deflect nukes. Then force downloads the entire world's wiki into his brain like the most aggressive software update ever. Here, have Google Maps, Medieval Edition. Don't die again, Kaspy. Boom. Reborn as baby Luff in the Tuatha Dé household. Mommy SRI is the picture of gentle beauty and suspiciously good at hiding murder vibes. Dad Kian is the strict, I'll teach you to kill with love type who runs the family business of being royal doctors by day and elite government assassins by night. From the crib, this kid is already scanning his parents like potential exit strategies, calculating weak points while most babies are just drooling. Childhood speedrun. No bedtime stories, just anatomy lessons, poison theory, and how to make death look accidental 101. He hunts rabbits with sniper precision headshots so the meat stays premium, waste not, want not. Whips up gourmet meals that leave his assassin parents genuinely baffled. How is our toddler better at this than us? And gets weekly body checkups like he's a high-performance sports car being tuned for the kill or be killed Grand Prix. Finally hits the age for the family's signature upgrade surgery. Eyes modded to see mana flow, night vision on steroids, and zoom that makes actual telescopes jealous. Bandages off. World goes from standard definition to 8K Ultra HD with glowing mana overlays everywhere. Luffy's inner monologue basically screams, "This place was literally designed for snipers. Thank you, universe. Or goddess. Whatever." The training kicks off with Luffy's mom deciding that nothing screams serious mage education, like stuffing him into an outfit so ridiculously cute it borders on psychological warfare. Frills, bows, the full, "I'm a deadly assassin. Please take me seriously" package. Emotional damage? Builds character, apparently. Then the instructor shows up, and bam. It's Dia, the silver-haired massacre artist from the auction house bloodbath, grinning like she didn't just turn a room of rich creeps into abstract expressionism. No apologies, no awkward small talk, just straight into proving she's the real deal by casually dropping a spell that turns half the hillside into a smoking new valley. Beginner teacher? This woman could probably solo the Demon King on her lunch break. She pulls out a crystal ball to gauge Luffy's mana output. He channels a polite amount, and the thing immediately starts fracturing like cheap glass under a hammer. Luffy, zero panic, just yeets it into the sky before it can turn the family home into modern rubble. Explosion in the clouds. Pretty fireworks, no insurance claim. That's when it clicks. One of his goddess-given skills lets him treat magic like a literal physics equation. Understand the real-world science? Replicate it with mana. While every other mage is still fumbling through basic fireball go BRRR, Luffy starts speedrunning gunpowder chemistry, pressure chambers, rifling, bullet aerodynamics, straight up inventing firearms from first principles in a medieval fantasy backyard. Centuries of human tech development? Skipped in one afternoon because why not? Gia watches this toddler-level prodigy casually obsolete bows, swords, and catapults, and her expression goes from amused to, "Oh shit, I just enabled a walking apocalypse." But instead of being intimidated, she copies the gun spell on sight like it's a TikTok dance. Teacher-student dynamic instantly becomes friendly arms race with extra sparkles. "Show me yours. I'll make it deadlier." Repeat. Things get cozy fast. Gia starts flirting openly, leans hard into the "I'm your teacher, so I can command literally anything" loophole. And yeah, boundaries? What boundaries? Anime logic says age gaps, power imbalances, and professional ethics are optional DLC. They cross every line. She gifts him a rare crystal ball as a don't-forget-me souvenir, makes him swear they'll reunite when she calls, then vanishes as mysteriously as she appeared. It ends with Luffy staring at the world through his upgraded eyes, finally getting it. Magic here isn't fueled by imagination or raw talent. It's engineering with glowing energy. And with his earth knowledge plus assassination instincts plus 5 broken skills, he's not overpowered. He's a glitch in the matrix, a professional killer handed the cheat console for an entire world. The pace drops just enough to hit you square in the feelings when Kian decides it's time for Luffy's first genuine assassination. Not some chaotic battlefield scrap, but a quiet, clinical execution on death row. A young woman begs for mercy, swearing she's innocent, tears and all. Luffy dissects her like data, speech stutters, micro-expressions, logical inconsistencies. Verdict? Lying through her teeth. He opts for the merciful wrist cut to minimize suffering. Except she starts screaming and cursing anyway, forcing him to finish with a clean knife to the head. No glory, no heroic music swell, just uncomfortable silence and the weight of deliberate murder. This world doesn't do romanticized kills. It makes you feel every ounce of the finality. Right after that gut punch, Luffy stumbles across a starving girl in the forest getting mauled by wolves. He saves her, feeds her, then drops the truth bomb. "I'm an assassin. I'll kill a lot of people." Most would bolt. She doesn't. He's the first person who's ever wanted her to live. He names her Tart, recruits her on the spot like it's the most casual job interview ever. No resume, no HR, just, "Welcome to the murder family." Time skip hits hard. Tart goes full training montage. Spear drills, magic practice, turning into a combat monster. Meanwhile, Luffy plays 4D chess with the long game, realizing protection alone won't cut it if everyone's starving. So he magic hacks agriculture, better crops, water management, turning barren land fertile. Villagers start worshipping him quietly while he secretly hoards overcharged crystal balls that are basically portable magical nukes. Subtle apocalypse insurance, you know? Enhanced eyes to predict moves. Luffy doesn't brute force it. He manipulates terrain, timing, psychology. Outsmarts his own father. Kian drags him deep into the forest for what's basically the family's version of a performance review, a no-holds-barred assassin duel. Both of them rocking those enhanced magic eyes, predicting every twitch, reading mana currents like cheat codes, seeing attacks before they even start. It's less a fistfight and more a silent, deadly chess game played at 200 kilometers per hour. Raw power? Almost irrelevant. It's all about who controls the board. Kian's expecting the obvious, flashy spells, overwhelming gunfire. the usual overpowered reincarnation flex. Instead, Luff plays 5D chess with the environment itself. He doesn't charge in. He manipulates sightlines, creates artificial blind spots, sets delayed traps hours in advance, forces Kiin into angles that scream, "You're about to eat dirt." Every move is calculated, every feint layered. Kiin keeps pushing forward like the seasoned killer he is, until Luff lands one clean, perfect hit that ends it. Not because he's stronger, because he's smarter. Kiin's expression when he realizes he just got outthought by his own teenage son? Priceless. Pride mixed with that quiet, "I'm obsolete now" realization. As the winner's reward, Kiin unveils the family's nuclear option, a complete alternate identity ready to go. Illig Baylor, merchant extraordinaire. Fake papers, established trade routes, underworld contacts, the works. It's the escape hatch for when the kingdom finally decides the Tuatha Dé know too many state secrets and need to be retired permanently. Kiin's basically offering his son an out. Drop the blade, vanish into civilian life, live safe and boring. Most people would jump at it. Luff doesn't even blink. Hard pass. He looks his father dead in the eye and says he's seen too much suffering. Too many villages starving, too many innocents sold, too many betrayals, to just walk away now. He wants the power to actually protect the handful of people who matter to him. And yeah, maybe one day stand next to Jia as her equal instead of some kid she babysat. No more running from the blood on his hands. He's choosing the path, not because he's forced into it, but because he's decided it's the only one worth walking. Kiin doesn't argue, doesn't lecture. He just nods, assassin to assassin, professional to professional, and accepts it. The father-son dynamic shifts right there. No more pushing a child forward, just two killers recognizing that the next generation has already lapped the last one. Luff fully flips the switch to his merchant alter ego, stepping into high society as Illig Baylor like he was born wearing silk gloves and a fake smile. The guy blends into noble parties with creepy ease, reading body language, catching lies in polite small talk, filing away secrets like it's just another Tuesday. No magic eyes needed, pure assassin instincts turned social engineering. Then he crosses paths with Maha, this sharp, blue-haired girl who's running a small, honest business while quietly looking after a bunch of orphans on the side. She's kind, competent, and way too good for the world she's in. Naturally, things go sideways fast. Criminals tied to a shady orphanage start snatching kids to sell to rich creeps who treat people like collectibles. Luff doesn't hesitate. He poses as a buyer, purchases Maha as his new assistant to infiltrate the ring, then systematically dismantles the whole disgusting operation from the inside. Kids rescued, bad guys rounded up, and here's the twist. Instead of turning them into target practice, he hands them over to the authorities. Clean, smart, keeps his real identity buried while still delivering justice. He accidentally invents modern capitalism on steroids. Using his magic know-how, he whips up a skincare line, mana-infused moisturizer that actually works miracles. Noble ladies lose their minds over flawless skin faster than you can say limited edition. Word spreads like wildfire through salons and tea parties, and suddenly his little side hustle explodes into a booming empire. Maha steps up as manager, handles the day-to-day, and quietly turns the whole business into Luffa's personal intelligence network. Ears everywhere, whispers flowing in, dirt on everyone who matters. Luff doesn't need a rifle to ruin someone's day anymore. A well-timed product launch and good marketing can topple economies, build alliances, and bury enemies just as dead, only with zero blood on the carpet and a fat profit margin. The team splits for some serious growth. Tart dives headfirst into active war zones as a mercenary, throwing herself into brutal fights against monsters and soldiers alike, emerging from the chaos as a calm, unflinching killer who's finally earned her scars the hard way. Meanwhile, Luff stays planted in noble circles, gliding through lavish gatherings, pulling strings in social hierarchies, trading favors, and quietly stacking wealth, political leverage, and an ever-expanding web of informants. 2 years flash by, and when they reunite, it's obvious neither is the same, Luff especially. He's not just physically sharper. He's become a master manipulator who wins wars before the first shot is fired, returning home as a full-on power broker, juggling multiple identities, loyal allies, and long-term schemes that stretch far beyond any single kill. That evolution gets its first real emotional test when Luff finally lines up the noble who's been selling military secrets for drug money. Instead of rushing the hit, he digs deep. Watching abandoned wounded soldiers rot in the system, seeing families shattered by addiction, even using magic to cure one woman's dependency just to stare the truth in the face and confirm the target's guilt without a shred of doubt. Satisfied, he takes the shot. Clean sniper round from a distant balcony as the noble stands gazing at the moon beside his wife. The body drops, she collapses screaming over him, and for the first time Luff feels it. Real, heavy guilt. The cold, emotionless weapon cracks open, forced to confront the human cost of every life he ends, marking a silent but seismic shift. He's no longer just executing orders or protecting assets. He's starting to carry the weight. The group finally catches what looks like a breather, a short, quiet vacation on a deserted island, sun, sea, zero immediate murder contracts. But peace in this anime is basically a setup for worse news. Maha digs up intel on a red-haired beast named Satanta, some divine spear-wielding warrior whose power output screams, "This guy's got hero written all over him" in glowing red letters. Luffy's radar goes off instantly. Before he can even start planning the long-range takedown, word hits like a truck. Civil war has gutted Dia's homeland. Her family's lost everything politically, and her own father, cornered and desperate, agrees to hand her over to a sleazy noble as war debt collateral. The people of her territory? Still ride-or-die loyal, raising weapons and rallying to shield her. The stage is set for total explosion. Things get immediately worse when the Tuatha family receives an official contract. Assassinate diameter twist hits hard. It's her father pulling the strings, staging a fake death to save her life and force a war ceasefire. Luff and Tart haul ass toward the battlefield. Tart literally flies him through the sky on wind magic until she literally drops from mana exhaustion midair. Luff hits the ground running, sniping enemy mages from impossible distances, lobbing explosive crystal balls like grenades, sneaking through the chaos until he finally reunites with Jia in a rare, raw moment of actual relief. But the plan craters the second Satanta shows up in the flesh. The guy casually hurls a spear strike that rips through castle walls like wet paper, laughing off wounds. Announcing himself as a walking nightmare Luff has zero prep for. Pure pandemonium erupts. Satanta tanks cannon fire like its mosquito bites, grins through the pain, flips into full berserk mode where every hit just makes him hit harder and faster, then demands a fair, one-on-one duel from Luff. Refuse, and he slaughters everyone on sight. Luff stalls with talk, buying seconds while his real play unfolds. He'd already yeeted a massive tungsten rod into the upper atmosphere earlier, now guiding it back down with precision anti-gravity magic. Kinetic orbital strike. Catastrophic boom. Satanta vaporized in a mushroom cloud-level explosion that levels half the battlefield and knocks Luff out cold. He wakes up battered, Jia crying over him, planting a desperate kiss as the enemy army breaks and retreats. Fake death works perfectly. She's officially gone, free to join the Tuatha household for good. Kian, ever the calm bastard, drops the season-ender bomb. The real hero has just surfaced in the kingdom. Satanta wasn't it. The Demon King's rise is starting for real. Everything up to this point, the training, the kills, the empire building, the alliances, was just the extended prologue. The actual mission, assassinating a corrupted future world ender, hasn't even properly begun. If you're still here after orbital rods, fake deaths, and that gut punch twist, you're in deep. Smash subscribe to Inosuke-chan right now before the Demon King ruins your notifications next.